and you started with. So last class, I just wanted to explain that we have discussed about PDF, how we
File
are going
handling.
to, how we are going to navigate for, if we are having multiple PDF inside a folder, how we are going to navigate to each folder, each file. And if we are having many other folder inside a folder, how we are going to navigate inside that file using our activities as like current file, or we are using a vb.net command as directory.get file. So after that, we started learning about how PDF extractions we can do using read PDF with OCR and read PDFs. In simple read PDF, it converts everything to a text file. But in read PDF with OCR, it extracts the image part. So most of our OCR are like TreasureAct OCR, Microsoft OCR, Google Cloud OCR. There we require API. So the most important OCR that we use in our in industry level is OmniPage OCR. So in OmniPage OCR, I have already said you to install a package which is known as uipath.omnipage.system. So if you have aware of it or not, let me transfer.
Yeah, it was omnipage.activities or something like that, but it came in OCR engine once I install it.
Sure. So once you go to uipath.omnipage, so here if you are having already installed in your packages, you will be having all the activities that is required for OmniPage. Got it? In my system, it is not present because we are having some issue in installing that package. But if it is installed in your system, just try to use some homework that I already suggested you last class. You try to install a OCR called OmniPage OCR. If you have installed it, you will be getting that OmniPage. If you search in the activities pane.
Let me see it because I installed it, but I didn't see it afterwards.
Okay.
So I think it should be there. It should be there. OCR engine, I should say, right?
Yes.
OCR engine.
You can write OmniPage, OMNIPAGE. If you get that keyword, you will be having a lot of activities for document understanding.
OmniPage. I should
OmniPage.
write OmniPage.
Yes.
Okay.
So
no, it's not showing coming up.
okay, do you have this package installed in your system? Can you please look over my screen? uipath.omnipage.activities.
Yeah, I installed it and I did see it myself. I mean that OmniPage.
Okay.
It's not showing now. Maybe it's something wrong. Let me see it again.
Okay.
Installed it.
You
and I even
try
saw it
to.
in the OmniPage.
If it is installed in your system, it would be great for us to. So I am just showing you this. Can you just see my screen?
OmniPage.activities. Just a moment, huh?
You sure?
I installed it,
Okay.
but I don't know how just it
Okay,
came
okay.
out. I'm reinstalling it now.
Okay, I will
I'm
guide you
reinstalling
again.
it.
Okay, I will guide you again. Just go to.
It's working on. It's creating workspace and it's going through now.
Okay, okay.
But I'm just wondering. I installed it and it was even showing in the OCR engine, but now it's not appearing. I don't know what's wrong. But now I am reinstalling it.
Okay, please
It's
try to.
taking time. We can start. Yeah,
Okay.
I will let you know what's the result. You can continue meanwhile.
Okay, can you see my screen properly? I just wanted a confirmation.
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I have this package installed in my project machine, which is not like I should not show you, but as because we are discussing about OmniPage OCR, so I will just give you a small project so that you will be understanding how OmniPage OCR is been used in document understanding. So document understanding, we have two processes, but I am picking this process. Okay, the simple one. Just go to all packages and try to install that uipath.omnipage.activities. We have already installed it. It is showing us.
Mhm.
After
Mhm.
this has been installed, if you come here and if you type OmniPage, see, you will be having inside this engine, you'll be having this OmniPage OCR. It will be displaying you.
Mhm.
Just type OmniPage OCR, correct?
Mhm.
So if I want to execute this particular project, so before going to the project,
Mhm.
I will just give you a short description, last class repetition, but a different project. Okay. So
Okay.
here
Okay.
I am taking a variable as file directory. Why file directory? Because the entire folder I want to access, whatever the files is there inside that folder I want to
Mhm.
access. So I am accessing
Mhm.
to a desktop folder which is having which is a desktop which is having a folder as taste. So here I am having
Mhm.
some clients PDF. Okay, so clients PDFs
Mhm.
are to be extracted in a text format. Okay, and
Mhm.
that has to be sent to client through an email. Okay,
Okay.
so what I have done is we are giving a variable name as current file name, and
Mhm.
before that we'll giving a variable as file directory which is having the file path. It should be a string type. Okay,
Mhm.
so after
Mhm.
that we have used an activity for each. So why this
Mhm.
for each activity is being used? Because to navigate over the file that we are having. Okay. So here
Right.
by default, if you try to use a for each activity here, I'll show
Mhm.
you just a high level thing. If I want to try this activity,
Mhm.
the same activity, here you are having item. Just to have a
Mhm.
means proper understanding what that item is, I have given us current item. Okay, so current
Mhm.
item, where it is going to hover over here is that directory.get files. So you can, either way it will work. How you are going to do it? Either you will assign another variable to write this VB code, or you will
Mhm.
directly you can write it. So this is a
Yeah.
VB code. Okay, so last class also I
Okay.
described you directory dot get
Mhm.
file. So directory is having a lot of functions. Okay, so I
Mhm.
will just use a
Mhm.
message box or something which will make you understand. Log message.
Mhm.
See, if you're having any doubt, Anish, please stop me in between.
No, it's okay. I mean, the last time I just want to repeat that we made
Directory. Okay.
yeah, we made directory and we assigned it to a variable file path, and
Yes.
then we made a
Yes.
file path, and then we use that file path in the directory instead
Yes.
of using directly the path directly. Instead of that, we just made a we create a variable and assign that path to that
Correct.
variable,
Correct. Correct.
and that we use that file path variable in the directory. That's
Fine.
all.
We don't have to remember anything, Anish. We just have to think how it works.
I was
So
just
if
recapping it to, I mean, just I was just recapping it to, I mean, that
okay, okay, I'll take a taste
to,
of you on Sunday or Saturday to see how you are quick in
yeah, you can,
grasping this
you
thing.
can.
So
Okay.
if I'll take this directory dot get files, see, these all are functions. I just want you to do some homework like we don't have to understand all these functions. Whenever this
Okay.
time will important, we will do, or our senior member, anybody in the team, any of the developer can also ask us to go through this. But for now, we just need the most usable function is get files. It is
Okay.
asking, hey, whatever files it is there in the directory, please give me the access so that I can look into that. So
Mm-hmm.
directory.get file. So where I want to say which is the file path, I will just place the file path. So the variable that we have used for the file path is file directory. So I'll just
Okay.
use this so it will work. Okay, it will give
Mm-hmm.
all the files that is there, but I want to hover over each file. Okay, I want to navigate over each file. So in that case, I need to use a for each activity here. We are having
Mm-hmm.
many for each activity. You have to be very clear which for each activity we should use. Last class I have
Mm-hmm.
explained you about for each file in folder.
Yeah.
When you are using this, you don't have to use this directory.get files. What they
Mm-hmm.
have done, what UiPath have done is they have used for this activity, they have used VB code. okay, in which
Mhm.
the user has to give only the directory path, and it will
Mhm.
automatically take, and the extension, which file we need to grasp
Mhm.
inside that file, inside that folder. Okay, so for
Mhm.
this,
Mhm.
we have used for each activity, which is this for each activity.
Mhm.
It is a control, like for control means if else statement we have used, like that for each activity we have used. This is another, this for each is for Excel, for each row
Yeah,
in
it's
data
it's
table.
it's for Excel.
This for
Yes.
email, for each email, though
Okay.
we have not used in our project, but still we should use in our practice session, like how for each email is working. Okay, but most commonly, whenever you don't know, don't understand anything, try to use this for each activity. It will work for sure.
Okay.
So there you have to write the VB code. You have to be, if you are good in coding, please try to use for each activity. So what it does is it will try to navigate. Now I just need
Mhm.
all the file name. I have done this step very later. You can put that step anywhere you want, but before, write text file. Okay, so write text file,
Mhm.
write line activity, write CSV file, all are output. You know this, right? When I try to
Mhm.
use a write keyword here, these every program has an input and an output. I have said you in the first class. So write
Yeah.
line means it lines in our output pane, and write text file similarly, whatever you are wanting, that variable, whatever the variable is stored, if you want to write in a text file, please use write text file activity. If you want to write inside a Excel file entire, you can use write
Mhm.
range. If you want to use a CSV, you can use write CSV. And you know the difference between a CSV and an Excel. So CSV is not Excel. It is like it is a comma separated value, we would say in our IT, means whenever CSV is not, it is having rows and columns, but it is bit different than Excel. Okay, so
Mhm.
always you have to take the input, if it is a CSV or if it is an Excel, where you have to store. So for Excel
Mhm.
it has a separate activity, for CSV it has separate activity. It will work,
Mhm.
right? CSV will work, but when you want to
Mhm.
try to convert it into Excel, you have to give the extension as .slsx, and CSV has
Okay.
having extension as .csv. That is the foundation thing
Mhm.
that we'll discuss while we create something. But now, when I give this current file name, I just want to take some name, means whatever file, that suppose current item is having this file
Mhm.
one, whatever the suppose current item for the first time, if I'm running the program, current item means the index 0. Always you remember, we start from
Mhm.
indexing 0. It is not from 1, it
Mhm.
is from 0.
Okay.
So in
Okay.
program, if you have seen I to
Mhm.
infinite, something we use in our statistics also, sigma I to infinite, that
Mhm.
I is this. Okay, and I always starts from
Mhm.
0. So here
Mhm.
current item means we are starting from 0. Okay, so
Mhm.
I in directory.get files, that means it is asking you to point me to the first file. Okay, and
Mhm.
in that first file, I want to grasp the name of the file, because I want to,
Mhm.
whatever text file I will create, I just want the same name to be created. I don't want any other
Mhm.
name, because in production level, while we try to write something, the naming convention is very, very important. We cannot write like 1.slxs, 2.slxs, it is not acceptable. Whatever clients demand, you have to create in that way. So in this way, I will
Mhm.
create another log message so that it will print and show you the output. Either way, it will work. While you run, I will show you,
Mhm.
when you debug it, you are having two pane, local and immediate. You can either check in
Mhm.
immediate pane, directly you can check, give the variable name and just enter. You will get the variable value. Okay. Or else you can give a
Mhm.
log message here. So however you are comfortable, you can do in that way. Suppose I just want to say that whatever file that I have got, I just want to know the path,
Mhm.
the file name, okay, the current file name. So how I
Mhm.
can get that? This is the bv.net code, path.get file
Mhm.
name without extension. You don't have to remember this in if you see in some of the websites like W3 School or somewhere, you can just Google it like how can I get the name of the file without extension? Okay, or how can I get the file with extension? So with extension means you have to give with extension. Okay, so when you try to give path dot, it is also having the same function as get file name. Okay, so if I give only get file name, what are the thing that I am getting? I just wanted to show you. Current item dot toString. Okay, so this is all fine. So this is forget. Now let us talk about PDF. When I want to control this first file, what I am going to do is I'm just giving here current file dot toString here. Why I have given here toString, you must be asking me. See, in every for each, you have to go to this properties pane. Just you have to see the type of argument, if it is an object type or if it is a string type. Anyway, it is a string type. We don't have to mention here dot toString. Even if we don't mention dot toString, it will work. But if you are having this as an object type, you have to mention here as dot toString. Wherever you want to access this current item, you have to mention it as dot toString. You have to keep that in mind, or else your for each loop will face that you will face that error while navigating inside the for each loop. Okay, so here current dot toString, current item dot toString. Whenever we try to use this activity, I'll show you again. Last class also I have showed you, but as because the time was finishing, the I couldn't cover properly. Whenever you try to use this read PDF with OCR, you have to give here drop OCR engine activity here. So when I give here current item dot toString, you have to give any of the OCR here. There are lot many OCR, but our main task is an Omni page. Always remember this, Anish, whenever you get any kind of PDF, if it is having an image type, if it is having not an image type, please try to use OmniPage OCR by installing that package, uipath.omnipage.activities.
One thing I want to ask, I mean that
Sure.
there is one more
Sure.
engine like Abby, ABBY, no?
Abbe. So
Yeah,
Abbe also require, I think, API.
I think it's a very good software.
It
Is
is,
it?
yeah, it is. But depending upon the file, depending upon the extraction, if the PDFs are having like these PDFs, I will show you the PDF how it looks. These are production PDF. Just see how this PDF looks to you. You have to extract everything. This is an image, Eastern Orange. These all are image. So you need to extract all this thing. If you will use Aave OCR, you have to pay something. I think you have to take API call or something. I'm not sure about it.
I see. No,
But
I'm just asking because I used to use it in the past, not in the UiPath, but in generally, I mean that. So I
sure.
found it very effective.
Okay, okay. If you have
But
used,
of course, you have used it OmniPage, so we should keep on using it.
yes,
Better.
even I have used Microsoft OCR. Even we can try out something like UiPath document OCR, something which is free of cost. We should try everything. So here I just wanted to see like if Microsoft OCR will give us a good extraction or OmniPage OCR will give us good extraction. That is what the difference I wanted to show you. Okay, that is the reason I
Okay.
brought you here. So
Okay.
how we are going to see, we will whatever extraction we will get it from here, we will try to paste in a text file, but with different name. Okay. Okay. So I am using a write text file activity. Whatever the output variable you have given here for read PDF with OCR, in write file activity, you have to give one input and output. Input, you have to give that variable that you have extracted. Whatever the output of read PDF with OCR, that is the input of read text file. So here I just want to create some difference in the name so that we can find the difference. So let us give something other name. I have just means here how I have written is, let us give another log message. Whenever you try to name something, okay, if you give the file path here, it is telling you write to file name, right? So it is telling give us the file path and the file name together. So I am having this file path already in my assign activity. So it is always good practice to keep all these file paths and everything in an assign activity so that wherever you want to use that variable, you can use it. So, but you have to increase the scope. So suppose I want to show how this path looks like. I would give here file directory, okay, which will give us the path. Suppose I want to create a text file, okay, with the name that we have extracted from the PDF with the same name. So what I have to do is, we have another activity where we have used our VB code here, assign activity, where is giving us the current file name without extension, so that we can add our extension .txt or .csv or .slsx. Okay, so here what it is telling, so you are having different code. I have used here path.get file name. Okay, so I'll just here I will use a log message. Okay, here is used. When we do string concatenation, we use plus. We are aware of this, right? Double quotation. Okay, that means it is having a space. If I want to go inside this directory, I have to give a slash mark, correct? And if I want to give the file name, that I have to take that variable. Okay, but that file name is missing with extension, and it is mandatory to give some extension. So I have given us .txt. Okay, so similarly, I have created another file which is naming as current file name 1.txt, so that we'll have some difference. So let us run this program and let us see how it is working for OmniPage OCR and for Microsoft OCR, which is looking good to us. As you have seen, already I have deleted the text files manually, but we can create. That's what I was asking you last class. Just see if any file exist is there or not, and if any file exist is present, delete them. That's what I was asking you.
I can do it. I'm familiar with that.
Okay, then okay.
In the next class, you will. I will give it to you.
Sure. So you have seen this, right? I have two text files. One is this, one is this. Oh, okay. So it is coming as 81. It is an 80. So 81 means the first one, which was having the just a minute. Microsoft OCR. So just see how the extraction has happened with that PDF. You will not find the difference, but somewhere some differences we have seen here, like extracting this identifier or some name similarities are like images, it is not working properly or something, like we have seen the dissimilarity. But let us open the other one and let us compare it. So yes, so if you have seen this, the first two lines, please see in the Microsoft OCR how it is looking, and in OmniPage how it is looking. This is OmniPage, right? If you have seen these lines, this is extracting a better way. But in our Microsoft, it is not extracting in a better way. So similarly, we have seen some changes. So it's better to use an OmniPage OCR here. That is what I wanted to tell you. So I hope you are understanding this piece of code. Okay, if you want this, we can create by our own and we can do some testing. Okay, so going inside this,
Mhm.
last class also I did the same only, nothing big thing. I have just used here
Mhm.
Microsoft OCR. Today I have used OmniPage OCR. Last class I used Microsoft OCR. So please never use Microsoft OCR if you are dealing with an image, good quality image PDF and signed PDFs. I will also show you some of the kind of PDF that you will feel like, hey, the extraction is not possible. But still, OmniPage OCR has done the extraction quickly. And
What
we
about the other image files like JPG or other image files?
see,
If
you
there's
have,
any text in it, can extract it?
yes, you can extract it. If you are trying to extract them in an image format, you are having many activities, you can extract them. I have used some recently, we have used extract image from PDF. You can use
Mhm.
this activity to extract them in an image quality, means in an image format. Okay, so you have to
Mhm.
do some research here. What is the file name that I have to give? So suppose we are having this file name. Okay, so let us try to
Mhm.
do some practice here. So let us give this as PDF text. Okay, and I just want to
Mhm.
see how this extraction is happening. This should be happening in an PNG format. Okay, and here
Mhm.
I have to give the output folder name. So okay, so I have to create an output. We can give here only. Okay, let's run this. In background, it is working. Last